Hi everybody, my name is Moso and today we're gonna talk about Virtual Boy. Well, as far as you know, Virtual Boy was the first VR headset console made for home use, and it was a product of Nintendo, and it was considered the biggest failure of Nintendo, one of the biggest commercial failure of Nintendo. Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. And first of it, the price it was released, it was very expensive by the time, and it was not in color. You already have such great consoles launched by the time that uses color, like Super NES, NES, and Nintendo was divided. The main team was working on Nintendo 64 and the rest of the team was working on Virtual Boy. So this game was released totally monochromatic, a red monochromatic, and they made it red because it was cheaper. They tried in color too, but color has some issues, and the price to release that thing in color would be prohibitive. There is the question of the discomfort that the headset causes. It uses a stereoscopic 3D views, and it causes fatigue to your eyes. They were not recommended for children under 9. It could cause eye troubles, and people reported dizziness, nausea, the motion sickness that we know today about VR. Imagine this motion sickness we feel today with 32-bit graphics, simple graphics, and a slower frame rate. And you can just wonder what the people felt before, almost 25 years before. It's clear that was a product ahead of its time. They invested a lot. It was released on 1995 and was discontinued the next year on 1996. Only 22 games were released for this platform. Well, as a VR enthusiast, I was a lot curious about it, and I always had this curiosity to see how was this immersion. Since it was the first untethered VR headset like Quest, it was the first 25 years ago. I was just curious to know how it feels, how it works. Well, I don't know anyone who has one of these. They are kind of relics now, and they are so very expensive now as relics for collection. And some people who like to collect consoles, and you know. Well, I read about this emulator that was designed for Oculus Go and works perfectly fine for Oculus Quest. So I decided to make it a try. It's very simple to do that. It's available on SideQuest. You just have to look for it. It's on VR apps, and you go there, find the emulator, sideload it to your Quest, and then you got some ROMs. I use the site ROMs Mania. I'm leaving the description down below, and I downloaded 5 ROMs to test it. I just choose the most downloadable ones. I believe that should be the best games. Then you go for the no sources on your headset, look for the Virtual Boy emulator and click there, select your ROM, and you should play it easily, as I said here. First one I tried was Mario Tennis. I enjoyed it a lot. This game was supposed to be a system seller. It was delivered with the headset. You buy a Virtual Boy and then you get Mario Tennis out inside the game, and it's kind of fun. I played over 40 minutes and it was really challenging one. You choose your characters, choose your opponent, you choose the difficulty, and I could not win a match playing on easy. It's very difficult game. As though as it's pretty simple, its gameplay is really fun and is still enjoyable. Well, I must talk about the immersion of the things and how it works. As I said, is totally red, and in the headset it's kind of more of a layered thing. The characters are 2D, they are playing characters, but they are disposed on layers. It's kind of give you the immersion. It's really simple. It's much like of a pop-up thing. If you already played Pop-up pilgrims or bloody zombies, you might know what I'm talking about. The next one I tried was Super Wario Land, and Super Wario is kind of a twisted Mario. It's an evil Mario, and it's the same game of Super Mario Bros. Super Mario World. You got this side-to-side scroll-up world, and you go platforming, jumping, and getting mushrooms, and growing up, getting down when you hit some enemies, and your objective is get to the end of the stage. Just amazed how fun it is. Even it is a monochromatic game, and even it's a 25 years old game, but it's really fun to play. Well, Nintendo has this thing. They are good in making such simple games with great playability and great fun factor. It's the thing about Nintendo. It's a Nintendo seal. They are making good games with little things, and this is good. Well, I played pinball. There are a bunch of tables to play. It's a 3D pinball, more of this layered thing. Same thing. Play a game called Jack something. I don't remember the name. I'm recording this on a different time. I'm leaving down here the name for you to know the game about. And this game has a top-down view. You got a maze like Pac-Man, and you gotta find some objects in this maze, avoiding and destroying enemies, and get to the end of the maze. You jump down to the other maze that is down below. And it's a simple game, but even fun to play too. And the last game I played was Mario Clash, I believe it's that, and if it's wrong the name is down here. And it's the same thing that the first Mario with the pipes and the turtles is that games only with this layered thing, this 3D layered thing. You got to jump over the turtle, get his caskets, and throw it at the other turtles through the pipes, so it can hit the turtles on the other side. It has a hope you can jump for the background or for the front ground, and then it's a simple playability, but even fun to watch. Well, that's it. I just edit this video to show you how fun it was to play this thing. I do not feel tired, I do not feel eye fatigued. I found it really comfortable to play. It's a static game. You play like it's a 3D layered game, and I do not feel any kind of problem in my eyes, not even motion sickness or something of this. Of course, I'm playing an emulator 25 years later on an Oculus Quest, which is a much better VR device. Now it's totally playable, and as I said when I was talking about the games, totally enjoyable. If you are a VR fan like me, a VR enthusiast, and you like about history, just to know how the things worked before, if you are a game fan of any kind, you must take a look at this. It's free. You got the emulator, you got the ROMs, you play it, test it, enjoy it, disinstall it later if you want to. I believe you had a great time doing this. That's it, guys. Thank you a lot for watching this, and I promise to be bringing some more news like that. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you like to, hit that bell icon so you will be notified when new videos comes. Okay, thank you a lot, and I'll see you on the next time.